Hello friends, welcome to the farm.
This has been an exciting week on the farm, and one thing we did that was exciting was building a arch trellis for our loofahs.
So we had another busy week.
Yeah, it was busy, but it was some fun projects.
Yeah, and we had some great weather, and then we had some really windy weather. But that's the thing about spring, when you get a couple warm days, then I get irritated when you get the cold windy that you know is coming, but
yeah, we had one day that was 80, like 84. Now today it was 55.
Yeah.
And windy. So that's Pennsylvania weather, hot, cold, hot, cold. But we worked around it. We got a lot of stuff done in the garden, and we got one really cool project done.
Yeah, what are those things called again?
Loofahs. We're going to grow loofahs this year, and he made a beautiful cattle panel arch for the loofahs to grow on.
Well, I had some help too.
That's right. See, it's our grandson's idea. He's the one that wanted to grow loofahs.
Yeah.
So it was all his idea, and he did help.
He did. But before we could put in the whole apparatus, we had some T-posts that were in for probably 4 years, and they were really in tight. So if you've ever tried to get a T-post out, grab a hold of it, you wiggle it around, or if you have a tractor, you put a chain around it and pull it. But in the middle of the garden, you can't get a tractor in there. So I fortunately had a T-post puller, which came out was really helpful, wasn't it?
It was amazing.
Yeah, but it still took both Tice and me to be able to yank out those old T-posts.
Yeah. But then once he got those posts out, he had to put the posts in where he wanted them for the arch.
Mm-hmm. So what I did is I bought 4 cattle panels, and I think they're 16 feet long, and they're about 48 inches wide. And that was going to be our arch. Mm-hmm. So you wanted it to be elevated a little bit, didn't you?
Well, I want to make sure it was high enough that we can walk under it while the loofahs are hanging down. This is in theory. So
we couldn't rest them on the ground and have 16 feet wasn't long enough to go from the ground all the way up through the arch to the ground on the other side. So we put in 2 posts on either side, and then I used the ties that come with the T-post. And that is a heavy, heavy gauge wire, isn't it?
Yeah.
Made it really solid. And I just brought out a scrap piece of wood, I think it was a 6x6 wood, put it on the ground, and then we rested the cattle panel on it. Mm-hmm. Now we decided to put the cattle panel to terminate on the inside of both sets of T-posts.
But we saw somebody else on YouTube doing it because the pressure is automatically pushing out, and that makes it sturdy right to start with before you even put the ties on.
Yeah, and with the ties, don't even think about using just a plastic strap or a wire tie, because in a couple weeks with the vibration and movement, they'll break. So,
and we do have a lot of wind.
Yeah, so we used a heavy gauge wire, and I put one at the bottom and at the top of the T-post. Mm-hmm. And then I also wired in each of the 4 cattle panels, because up at the top, when I got in to shake it, they were going different directions and others. So I tied them together because I didn't want, I figured they were wiggling like that, it might damage the plants.
Yeah, we don't want to damage our loofahs.
No.
So by the time he was done, it was extremely sturdy.
Yep, I think we're good to go.
Yeah, and we're excited. I mean, it was his idea, but this is really going to be cool to grow loofahs. I've never grown them.
Yeah.
And they're going to be cool to grow over that thing, and then we'll have them. He wants to sell them, so we'll see if we can sell them and make some money for them.
So how many of them do you have growing in the grow room?
We started out with only 6 because the first pack of seeds didn't germinate well. Now we got a second pack. We now have like 17 loofah plants. I think we're going to have a lot of loofahs.
So who knows? We might be selling them countrywide.
Who knows? Tice's loofahs. But then he actually had to come in after we got the trellis going. We had to plant some things because I had germinated the seeds on paper towels, and Tice helped me to plant them.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Tice, what are you up to today? What are you planting?
We're planting loofahs.
Loofahs. How are you going to do that?
We're just gonna put on the soil and then cover it.
We already
Nice.
germinated them in paper towels, so the roots are sticking out. Now we just got to get them in the dirt so they can start growing.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to watch it because I'm not
Okay.
sure what or how to do
So we
it.
start with this guy.
Yep.
Put him so the roots like just facing down into the dirt. Okay. And then we have to put him over this way since we're going to do two. And then just sprinkle some of that dirt over top of him.
It's good soil, right?
Yeah, it's good. That's potting soil. Yep, that's about good then. And we'll just firm him down very gently. Now you wanna
So
get
what's the
another one?
green that I see in there? Are they?
Those are ones that germinated a while ago. The first pack of seeds I bought did not germinate well. This is all we got for a pack of seeds, 6 loofahs.
Wow.
So I bought another pack, and look, almost every single one germinated.
Okay.
So the first one was just not good. Yep, right there. How about that? Just put it in so the roots. Yep. Let's go this way. Now go ahead and put some soil over top of him. Just a little bit, because then he's going to pop up leaves through the top. The roots will dig down in the soil, and the leaves will come up the top. How about a little bit? Just a smidgen more on him. Just a smidgen. Perfect. Okay. Grab another little seedling. You're a good farmer.
Now, Tice, the name Tice is a family name, and so is Frank. So we have 11 generations we traced back
Put some over here.
that have either the name Tice or Frank Worden. And that comes from the Friesland in the Netherlands.
Way to go, buddy. Hopefully we're going to have a
So is
boatload
it
of
almost
loofahs.
lunchtime? I'm getting
I
hungry.
think so. I think we need some lunch. Between working on the trellis and planting loofahs, we're hungry. But the Luffa Trellis was exciting, but there was something much more exciting to me that happened this week.
Really?
Yes. Now watch how I prepared for it. See if you can figure out what it is.
Okay, here we go.
Well, the big day arrived and the chicks are here. This is our 4th batch of chicks. Oh, and they're always so cute. Look at them, Donnie. Oh, they're so cute. Now I got Barred Rock, Green Queen, and Buff Orpingtons. I'm pretty sure these yellow ones are the Buff Orpingtons. So I have to get them out and show them where their water is. They're all very healthy. Okay, girlies. This is your new home. Come here, you little Buff Orpington. Hello, hello. Here's your water. You dip their beak in the water,
Well, let me see.
just so they
Hold
know
on.
where it is.
Okay.
Here's your water. There's water. There you go. That's your new home. Should be 17. I ordered 16. I always send an extra. So here's 4. So hold on, you're feisty. Water. There you go. Hello. You're awfully cute. You look different than the other ones. I don't know what you are either. Yeah. Ruby's very interested in this. She wants to know what's going on.
It sure is fun seeing them, huh?
They're so cute. Yes, you're awfully cute. You're loud, but you're cute.
Okay. Well, I'm going to sign off here.
Okay, I'll just watch my chicks.
So how many chicks and then how many chickens out there do you have?
Right now, I think I have 48 full-grown chickens in the run, and now I was supposed to get 17 chicks.
Yeah.
This is the first time. This is the 4th batch of chicks I bought from Meyer Hatchery, and every other batch, they have all been fine. This batch, 2 of them arrived deceased at the post office. When he went to pick them up, a day old, there was 2 of them that didn't make it, 2 Buff Orpingtons. So I don't know what happened, that they were ill or something, but Meyer did give me a refund for them. But that's the first time I ever had any chicks arrive,
Yeah.
not completely healthy.
And the others seem, it's been a couple days now, they seem very healthy.
They're
don't
very
they?
healthy, very perky.
Yeah.
So I only end up with 2 Buff Orpingtons instead of 4. But they are really doing well. So I just love having little chicks. So the chicks are growing, but so are a lot of our crops.
Yeah, the winter wheat is doing very well. I just looked at it this morning, and it's funny. You plant it in the fall, it grows up to maybe 3-4 inches, and then it goes dormant over the winter. But soon as the soil warms up and you get a little moisture, it's off to the races, and that's what's happening right now. It's really growing. So all the farmers in our area say about the 4th of July is when that wheat will be harvested. So we have to do a quick turnaround, get the wheat off the field, and then we're going to bale all of the straw, and then within a day or two, boom, we're going to plant the soybeans. Right? And we'll get a second crop in our fields this year. It's the first time we've done that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So, and the orchard looks beautiful right now.
Oh, and it smells awesome too, doesn't it?
We're psyched. We love the apricots, and those are the trees that are blooming really crazy right now, and they smell amazing.
Yeah,
We're just
and there's
hoping.
a million bees of all different type, not just the honeybees.
They're getting pollinated.
Yeah, definitely.
But now we're really crossing our fingers that we don't get a frost.
Yeah.
This is the time of year in Pennsylvania, you just don't know. It's a gamble. So,
But our orchard is there's a slight hill behind the house, and that's where it is. And when the air gets still, the coldest air goes down low, and that's where you get the most frost. So we're hopeful, and these trees are now pretty good size too, so they'll be off the ground. So it is possible to get frost underneath, but not have frost on the tree.
Now, in the garden, I have planted quite a few things. Cool weather crops, the broccoli, the cabbage, the onions. I have peas, sugar peas. They're all out in the garden, but everything else is in the grow room, and it's all doing really well. Tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, all kinds of flowers, my zinnias. And I have marigolds actually blooming. I planted them pretty early. But I just love this time of year. Everything's just coming to life, growing. It's fun.
Every year you get 1 or 2 crops that just are outstanding. I wonder what it's going to be this year.
I don't
There's no
know.
way to know,
I don't
is
know.
there?
We had a year where we had 1 million peppers.
Yeah.
One year we had 1 million cucumbers. Last year was really good for tomatoes.
Yeah, the year before that, not so much.
No. You had a bad
And
tomato
it's
year.
interesting because all the farmers around will tell you the same thing. So
It was not a good year for tomatoes.
No.
And ours are in the tunnel, so they're controlled by how much water. They're kind of pampered, but they still didn't do well one year.
Yeah.
But hopefully this year will be good.
And the bees look good, so we're I think on a good track this year.
Yeah, it's just so exciting to see spring and see things growing. After winter, it's really exciting.
Yeah. Now, you had a lot of fun projects with all your plants, but I got to do a fun project too.
Didn't seem that fun to me.
We have 4 picnic tables in our pavilion, and only one of them has a proper set of benches. So I had to build 6 benches. So that we're trying to upgrade the pavilion. Last year we put in a proper floor with stone, and we've got some other lighting. And now with the benches, and I think we're going to put some shades on the side too. So
Yeah, it's going to be primo by this summer.
And then if I have time this summer, I'm also going to put kind of a server station in there too.
That's another project. He's been using his workshop a lot of carpentry, and there's going to be more carpentry coming this week.
And one thing you didn't see, I got a new saw out there. So it's really exciting to be out using a new table saw when you're woodworking.
Well, he had been using a saw that was how old?
Oh, it's probably 70 years old, an old Craftsman table saw.
It was my uncle's old saw.
Yeah.
And it finally broke, and
I kept
had
waiting
to
for
buy
it
a
to
new
go,
one.
and the thing just kept going and going and going.
But it finally gave out, so he had to get a new saw.
Yeah.
But he's getting a lot of use out of it already.
Yeah.
And this week you'll be using it a lot more, right?
Yep. Another exciting project is you wanted that kind of man door entrance to the side of the garden. So
A special garden door right close to the house, the same side as the house, so it's easier to get in and out of the garden walking than going the whole way around where the big entrance is for the tractor. Right now that's the only entrance we have. So it'd be nice just to be able to walk right in and out from a door.
So tomorrow, my son and I, we're going to start on that. So hopefully it won't be as windy as it has been the last few days, because it's a little frustrating trying to video in the wind.
You can't because of the sound.
And that's
no
why
matter
we're
what you
in
do.
here today talking to you, because the sound would be just a mess outside.
I mean, we've had some horrendous winds the last 2 days.
Yeah.
So, but it's spring. That happens every spring. Hopefully it'll soon slow down.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for joining us on the farm, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.